All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a bit since the last recording session, but we are back with Digimon Analog Adventures Blackout. And as a quick recap, basically, things started going to shit real fast on Earth. This massive, horrendous thing showed up and started glitching reality. A massive blast of light sent all of our chosen straight to the digital world, and they were led to a wonderful little town known as Datapool. They ended up getting some interesting encounters with some lovely NPCs there. Tech Eye, Cap's former lover. Wahoo shredded a fish with his bare teeth in the matter of a single turn. They managed to absolutely obliterate a platoon of chessmon led by a knight chessmon. And when we left off, after a wonderful little party organized by Artemis, Scratch had a meeting with one of the three counselors of the town. And Atsuka turned out to be an agent of a shogunate that Scratch's clan was personally responsible for assassinating. At least, assassinating most of. She has now learned that a prince that she spared, showing just a little mercy and compassion to, backfired and led to a new tyrant. But for now, Atsuka has been slain, and in the scuffle, Scratch's history as a kunoichi has been exposed to the whole party. So, now that Atsuka has just been deleted before you all, what are you doing with that information?
Damn, we just killed someone. That's crazy. It's fucked up.
Like
Jason,
now that the adrenaline's kind of like bleeding off a little bit, and she's taking like a little bit more track of everybody else and their fairly shocked looks on their faces. Scratch is just kind of starting to like rewind the chain on her weapon and trying not to let it show that she's actually paying attention to everybody's discomfort.
Hailey just wanders over to Wahoo and starts petting him and double checking if there's like any broken teeth, scales, stuff like that.
I think I got no idea on what Scratch on what Cheese and Rowan are doing. I think they're just shocked because they just saw. Wait, who killed who again?
Scratch killed
that doll.
Yeah, Scratch killed Atsuka, one of the three council members.
Won't we be in trouble? Did we kill somebody important?
Yeah, that's probably that's probably his thought. It's like, I've been paying like zero attention to the actual politics of this world. Are we gonna be in actual trouble now? I thought we were like.
Cap actually is going to half strut up to Scratch and be like, "That had better have been in self-defense."
Did you kill someone actually important? Are we gonna be heroes on the run? Or are we still done good?
Boss Scratch is finishing putting her weapon away. She just looks back and just kind of just not like full focus comments, but just says that no, I don't think we're gonna have any issues. That was not somebody that we were gonna ever find as an ally.
Woo! Killing people of power! Yeah!
Well,
Evolution.
what do you think about all this, Cheese? Cheese? Disappeared.
Of course the coward did.
Oh, damn.
Looks at all of you. I'm gonna go find my disappearing partner and don't get caught.
You too.
Well, while you're on your way
Thank
out,
you.
while you're on your way out the door, you see Elder Brato approaching, using his walking stick. And he managed to see Cheese escaping and just points in whatever direction he ran off to. But just walks straight past into the building. Just humming to himself as he looks over all the damage. Well, I had a feeling this might happen eventually.
That
Which
kind
one?
of
Betrayal?
snaps
People
art
getting under weird.
out of her, just staring kind of at the surroundings, and just looks right over at Elder Brato. You knew that something like this, and just kind of gestures around, would happen.
Well, not specifically this, but I had my suspicions for a while that Atsuka may have tampered with her part of the vote. As I mentioned before, the council members were selected by the populations of the 3 different servers that ended up merging to make this town. So the ones that voted for her were just from her own server, but all those dolls she had scattered about, something never felt right about them, but I could never prove it.
Art's having a little bit of an internal conflict. Like, on the one hand, this creature that, like, she's started kind of connecting with did just murder somebody in cold blood, like, as she ran in to try to come to her rescue. But also, it's turning out that the person that got killed is also, like, some kind of maniacal spy for the area. And she just kind of, like, rubs her temples a bit and is like, you know what? I might need a moment to process all this. This is this is a bit. This is a lot. This is a lot to think of.
Now take your time.
Haley just walks over. Like, take a break. I can take over for her. Haley's not seen this kind of thing in person before, but I mean, she's a military brat. She's grown up knowing people she loves and cared about, has had to kill in cold blood for a variety of on and off the book military reasons. So while not personally involved in that kind of way, she's known people that's had to do this kind of thing for years. So she's not a nerd to it, but this kind of thing being an internal conflict is something she's had to deal with before.
Good approach. So, Elder Brato continues to wander into the room and looks each of you over. I don't see this causing too many problems. There might be some members of her part of the population that will have a public outcry about it, but most of them probably knew about any shadier dealings she might have been involved in before coming to this server. So I would say maybe best to keep your heads down until you leave town. Not that you had much left to do here anyway. It's getting late. You should get a good night's sleep and then be ready for the train in the morning.
Art just kind of realized, between the party, the adrenaline, the running, and this, that she was actually way more physically spent than she thought. Just kind of nods. Yeah, I think sleep probably is gonna be it's gonna be a really good idea. I like that idea.
Lucy's just on the ground, just like heavy on sleep.
Yes, I believe she could definitely use a good night's rest as well. She might have had a bit too much earlier. Lightweight.
A singular beer. One.
Well, you all should get to the hotel and get some rest, but I'll go and look for the 2 that ran off, make sure they know everything's alright. I'll be sure to inform all of the authorities here, although we don't exactly have much of a formal police force. Things tend to be more peaceful here, and the biggest thing we have to worry about is the Metal Empire's raids. Which I don't think will be as much of an issue with them worried about you now.
Haley tries to just make sure everyone's following along and no one's straggling behind.
Someone's gonna have to carry Lucy.
She can literally drag her. She can do that.
Like, Rune's been the one getting... Fair. Like, Rune's been the one getting carried this whole time, and now Lucy's passed out drunk and needs to be carried.
Yeah.
It's symbolic.
Haley has a good strength score. Haley can
Jason does his best to have
on.
Lucy onto his shoulder. Oh.
No, Haley's got it. Haley's got much higher strength than you, anyway.
Yeah, but it would be funnier if I was struggling.
It would be kind of funny.
How about you try, and Haley just walks over and grabs her and just puts her over her shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, that
I
works.
start walking over and then, oh, okay.
So...
The Wahoo is vaguely levitating and the feet are on Wahoo, so she's tired or passed out, and front is on Haley's shoulder and her feet are on Wahoo, so...
Alright, and now...
She's just being dragged.
To get into some one-on-one roleplay heavy segments. First, Elder Brato is going to be looking for Cheese and Rowan. So, what's going on with those two?
Cheese episode.
Yep,
Sorry,
time for character progress.
Well, I guess Rowan's gonna catch up with Cheese.
Yeah, where'd he run off to, though?
Oh, he just ran.
So I guess
He just fucking ran.
Alright, so I should just pick a location in town he randomly ended up at.
Because he's just done weighing the cost and benefits and is like, so he's just trying to get out of town. There's no special location. He just ran.
Well, if his intention is to get out of town, he's probably heading back the way they came down the main road, so wouldn't be too hard for Rowan to spot him, and,
Yeah, I don't think... Okay. So Rowan's catching up with him. Dude! Jeez! Don't just bail on us like that. Why'd you come to find me? We're partners, aren't we? It's my job to look out for you. What? Partners? What do you care about? Partners? I literally met you yesterday. What do you care? Why do you care so much about me? Well, no particular reason. I just like you. You seem like a nice guy. I'm not nice. I know, but you seem like a nice guy. You're annoying. Oh, yeah. Anyways, why'd you run off? Why didn't I run? Why I run off? Why'd I run off? There was someone just got deleted back there. You know, there are people coming after us. This is going to be dangerous. Do you understand? Yeah, but do you understand? This is an opportunity. What? Think about it. We are supposedly destined heroes. Even if it's a bunch of bupkis, people will still think that. We're heroes. We'll probably be able to use that for any kind of leverage whatsoever. Think about it. Money, pain, whatever your heart's desire. No, it's too dangerous. It doesn't have to be. Right now, we're going in the opposite direction of the evil fortress. As long as we don't go anywhere too dangerous, we can keep riding this all the way to Easy Street. How easy? So easy. Being a hero is so simple. Anyone can do it. All you gotta do is save a few people from a few situations, and suddenly you're the talk of the town. People want you. If you're famous, you can get away with anything. Anything? Anything. He takes a few minutes to process this information, goes over in his mind. Okay. Oh, okay. You convinced me. For now. But don't be surprised if I start running away the minute it gets dangerous. You know, if it gets dangerous enough, I'll join you. And I guess after that, they're just gonna be walking towards the hotel where everyone else is staying.
And as they're making their way back to the hotel, Elder Brato catches up and waves to him and says, "Don't you two worry about Atsuka. Me and Sevi had our suspicions about her for a while. I spoke with everyone else and didn't really need to speak to Scratch at all. I could tell just by the look on her face. That was old and personal and very much self-defense. You two will be fine. The whole crew will be. Just go to the hotel, get some rest, and make sure you're ready to take your train out of here at 11 tomorrow morning. Hey, if you're this far in the video, maybe consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing to the channel. And if you really want to help me out, consider following the link below to check out my book. I also do commissions, so feel free to contact me for that over any of my socials. Now, I'll let you get back to the video. Alright, yeah, what's Hailey going to be doing with Wahoo once you get back to the hotel?
Just basically checking him over, seeing if he has any damaged scales, damaged teeth, kind of generally comforting him, warm words, that kind of like, not quite baby talk, like higher than that, but like just talking to him, trying to do what she's remembered from like classes that you talk to children and try to get them used to language. He's not that verbal right now, so she's just trying to basically expand his vocabulary by just talking to him, saying all sorts of, "So what color are the sheets?" "Yes, white. Yes, they're exactly white." Like just trying to like do that kind of thing, because she can tell he's very young and she's trying to socialize him and like be a good parent kind of in a way.
That is beautiful.
He's just kind of vibrating, kind of happy, like purring. There's the beginnings of words, but not quite. So he's not quite there yet, but hopefully he'll get there kind of soonish, or maybe get there when he digivolves. So
Excellent.
Caprice walks towards Jason in a clearly in a bit of a mood, and just is like, "Let's go back to the bar." And Jason's like, "Okay," because he's not gonna argue with something holding a gun, even after everything that's happened here. He's dumb, not suicidal, you know. So when they get to the bar, Caprice is very silent for a few moments, but as soon as they get a drink into her hands, because she didn't drink earlier, but now she feels like she needs a stiff one. Don't take that out of context.
If Lucy weren't muted, she absolutely would have immediately.
People are always killing each other over the dumbest shit. What? No, seriously. I have seen people delete each other over nothing. She holds up her shot glass of whiskey. Over this! I've seen people lose their lives over this, kid. And you know what? It never gets less frustrating. You'd think after everything I'd seen, I wouldn't be this mad at that fox face in there. But no, I'm pissed. How pissed? If I weren't stuck here because I was your, chosen partner, I'd be out. And nothing against you. No offense taken. Just don't leave my sight. Okay. And they kind of just spend the next hour or two in there talking about nothing, and Caprice grumbling under her fucking breath. Because there's a part of her that does want to overshare, but but that gets you killed in this business.
That does. Alright. Lucy, you're up.
I'll crouch down to pick her up, Rune, and I'll be like, you know, when I was younger, I thought that killing or deleting was like the worst thing anyone could ever do, but when I discovered there are people in power, I feel like there was some exceptions to that rule, so don't feel that bad, okay? I mean, we weren't the one who drew blood first, right? At least I think. I mean, we did arrive late, and I mean, I wasn't exactly the best eyewitness when it comes to that, but I mean, what is she even like important for? I mean, I guess she's important, but I mean, after you spend some time in the analog world, I guess you could say, I guess you can feel the mentality that some people in power don't need to exist. I mean, isn't am I bad for thinking this? I mean, and Rune is just like looking up, absorbing some stuff. Honestly, that thing that the yellow fox did was pretty cool, so just don't feel too bad about it. Everyone is like,
No, I don't feel bad at all. I've seen many people get deleted over the years.
and then Lucy's like, whoa, that's metal, shit. Like, I thought my thoughts were dark, but like, you're pretty like cold. What was the occasion? What make you see so much horror? When it's like,
Oh, just Shabas. It kills you inside sometimes.
it's like, well, it's this deep.
I mean, she's not wrong. The idol industry is cutthroat as hell.
No, she probably did imagine just killing some people.
So after all the the preliminary check-ins and stuff like that at the front desk, she heads back into the room, grabs her guitar, and just to kind of unwind and process and everything, climbs outside and kind of, not like the balcony, but just kind of off to the side where you can, not supposed to, but you can kind of get onto the roof a little easily. And she gets up there and kind of sits back and idly starts plucking away at her guitar strings, just kind of mulling it over that the whole like very flash pan idea that this is gonna be like anything like a show or anything like she had seen before might not really be a thing that happens, that it's real and there's real consequences, and even the previous battles are starting to kind of come into focus. And while she's thinking about all of that, Scratch decides to come in from the balcony as well. Like no ceremony, no theatrics, no nothing. Not even trying to be, quiet with the footsteps clinking on the roof tiles. And just not super close, but about like a foot and a half apart, just sits down next to Art and kind of kicks off the conversation, because she can easily tell that Art's a little at odds at the moment. And just asked, "Hey, do you want to talk about it, or got any questions?" Or Art stops playing on the guitar a bit and sighs a moment, and I don't really know what to think. I mean, I know, like, with everything going on here and back in our world, that this kind of thing, I guess, is necessary. I don't know. I don't know why I'm all shook up about it. Like, usually I'm the one that's on the front line fighting, but now being in the background and seeing it from the other side, I don't know how to handle myself. And she shudders a moment. Scratch places a big chonkin paw on her shoulder. She calms a little bit. If we're gonna do this, if we're gonna be partners for all of this, you can't keep this assassin stuff, hidden from me. You can keep it hidden from everybody else all you want, but I need to know. I need to know who it is I'm dealing with. No secrets. Scratch takes a beat, thinks about it for a minute, nods her head, and says, all right, I'll level with you. Deal. It's a lot of history, so I can't just expound it all in one go, but no secrets. Art gives a bit of a smile and goes back to plinking away on the strings, and just a bit of a better high note on how she's feeling. Scratch kind of like stops looking at the side of her head and looks off into the distance and into the town. Smiles and chuckles a moment and just says, sounds really good. You're really good at that. Art pauses and thinks for a hot minute and says, well, it's actually not even really my song. It's one that I learned. It's one that I've, it's just, I use as comfort. And Scratch just says, oh, well, maybe if we get through all of this, I might be able to hear the real thing, yeah? And another beat passes. Art thinks about it and reaches into her pocket and idly fumbles with the MP3 player that she has just kept on her for the entire time. Takes another beat and just says, I don't share this with anybody. I got this from a friend a long time ago. And I don't let anybody listen to this because it's all I got left. But if we're gonna be doing this, and like you said, no secrets from here on out, I guess I could break one of my rules. And I don't know, these headphones split. You wanna listen to the original with me? Scratch is a little bit taken aback, but smiles big in a very uncharacteristically shinobi way. Not characterized as shinobi, you know what I mean. Takes one of the earbuds, looks at it, and Art kind of like gestures how to put it in. And Art kicks on the MP3 player and the old tunes just start flowing. Art gets a little bit, well, maybe not a little bit, but massively emotionally overwhelmed a bit, because the memories just start flooding back as they do. And Scratch puts the big paw on her shoulder again, like, you know, knowing that helps to calm her down. And they just sit up on the rooftop and just listen to music for a bit.
And as they do, with such a personal and emotionally charged moment, with Artemis being true to herself and her nature, that MP3 player starts to glow.
Oh,
It's a familiar glow, akin to the green light that came from Jason's hacking device early that morning. Soon enough, that MP3 player has been transformed into her Digivice. And all the while, the music continued to play, although the quality of it seemed to become cleaner and clearer through the process.
She stutters a bit and looks at Scratch. Scratch is just as surprised. They both look at the MP3 player, turn Digivice. What does that mean? And Scratch takes a moment, thinks about it while the music still plays, and says, I guess it's trust. And they let the music play out until the end of the playlist.